Welcome to the Parent-Toddler Communication Q&A after party. I realized after our Q&A that the parents were still sending questions. And so I thought I would share some of the emails that were remaining and answer some of those questions for you guys tonight. So with that being said, my name is Marcy Meredith. I'm a speech and language pathologist for pediatric patients. My specialty is generally between the years of age 0 and 7. Let's just dive in. You can check us out at NPMC Therapy or NPM Creative Therapy. We call it NPMC for short. And I just wanted to go through some of these emails with you. Email 4. Hi, Marcy. I have a question about screen time and speech development. My son is 2 years old, and if I'm being honest, we've relied on TV and tablets more than I ever thought we would. My husband works long hours, and I also work from home, so there are times when I need to take a call or finish something for work. During those times, I'll put on a show for him. He probably watches somewhere between 1 and 3 hours a day, depending on the day. Lately, I've started wondering if I've caused some of his speech delays. He says a few words, but not as many as some of the other children his age. I keep seeing social media posts saying that screens are terrible for development, and now I feel guilty every time I turn the TV on. Have I already done damage? Is there a certain amount of screen time that's okay? And if screens aren't ideal, what should parents realistically do when life gets busy? Thank you, a tired working mom. All right, Mom, I know this is a tough one. I'll share with you that the American Association of Pediatrics says 0 television for children under 2. And the reason why is because there's actually been research showing that the actual connections in a kid's brain are being altered by how much television they're getting, because it's kind of skipping over the socialization part. I don't know about you, but I don't talk to my TV. Well, maybe in this case I am, but you know what I mean. So generally, if I'm chilling out, relaxing at home, I'm not really having a conversation with the TV. It's kind of a one-way street. And so what that's doing when all of those little synapses are building their ridges, they're having a hard time getting the practice for that expressive piece of it. So the intake is high and the output is lower. I would say, in my realistic view of things as a speech therapist, that I would try to keep that age group, I would try to keep them under 2 hours a day. And here's some of the things that I offer parents. Try to put parental controls in place. Fighting with a kid over the television or tablet is just the worst. We hate that. They're crying, we're crying. It's the end of the day. Everybody's tired. Let's not do that, right? So instead, let's start putting parental timers where you're not the bad guy for taking it away. It just turned off. Oh no, it's sleeping. I guess we have to wait. So that kind of thing is really helpful in the battle part of this equation. The other piece is to maybe make them earn their TV time. Trust me, you want to have control of that media early on, because when you're arguing with an 8-year-old over homework for math and they want to play their games, you need to be able to be in charge of that. If you don't set that up early, it's going to be much harder down the road. So we want to go ahead and incentivize it. You work for it, meaning for a toddler this age, come on, come put your toys in. Even if they only put 2 in, it's fine. They did the job. Then you can give them 10 minutes of TV. So I would use those kind of strategies to help control the amount. As far as what to watch, of course, everybody tries to put on educational stuff most of the time. Don't let your 2-year-old scroll YouTube without your watching and listening and knowing what they're getting on there. So we don't want them to have a free reign. At the same time, there are some really great programs out there that are educational in nature, that maybe do more academic type things. And of course, there are even speech therapists out there making shows that are about communication and helping with that a little bit. Some of the 90s, like old school cartoons, that has made a comeback recently for just their kind of slower pace, which is better for the brain development. So as far as what do you do with them when they're not on the TV? Well, maybe you could try setting up some stations. And I know if you're working or on a work call, that's hard because you can't have them making noise in the background. So I get that. So, win the battles you can. But with that being said, set up time during their day where there is no expert competition. That can mean that the TV's just running because you're watching it, or it's on the news channel. But that all has an expert speaker speaking nonstop. And that means that the child probably won't compete with that. They're not going to. They're just going to play quietly in the corner or scream at you when they need you. But they're not likely to try to either converse with the television or converse with you over the television. If there's an expert speaker in the room, they are just not likely to compete, just like you wouldn't. If you went into a college professor's classroom, you are not going to compete with that information and try to talk over him. It's just not how we work. So here are some other suggestions for reducing the competition, but being able to maybe have it on in the house. Put it on mute and put the captions at the bottom for yourself if you're kind of watching, if you can tolerate that. You could also just turn the TV off and put on music, especially music that has no singer, right? Because then they, again, are not competing with an expert speaker in the room. And getting them to help you do things, right? Even if it's just you pull out all the dining room chairs and have them push them in and talk to you about dinner, or you're just sharing with them about dinner. I know it feels weird to talk to a 2-year-old that doesn't say a whole lot back, but if you want them to start talking, you've got to start requiring that they have that kind of interaction with you. And the television just sucks them into another realm. So I hope that that's helpful information. I know that it's hard to manage that work-life balance sometimes, but maybe just having TV on, TV off, TV on, TV off, maybe that kind of schedule or routine will help the child lean more into functional play and communication with you. Anyway, good luck, and let me know if there's more that I can help you with on that front. Thank you, Tired Mom. Wish you luck.